Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this episode we are going to be speaking about something that you've probably never heard before. Some of you might have, not all of you, but this is called the aura. A lot of you have what is called an auric field, which encompasses the human form. Every human being has one. And by the end of this video, I'm not just going to give you an understanding of why the auric field's there, but I'm going to tell you how you, yes you, can tap into it and use it to your advantage. I know each and every one of your auras. Fun fact, the aura will change colour depending on different moods you might be in. Loads of honestly, I'm not even going to I'll do a separate video on all of the different colours and all of the different things. Otherwise, we would be here for weeks. I just want to give you a little bit of a crash course in what the aura is, how the aura is there. First of all, before getting into this video, I'd like to say a big massive thank you to each and every one of you who like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. It helps it to fight the algorithm and push the message of help you'll serve out to a broader audience. Also, I have noticed that there is 80% of you who aren't subscribed yet watch the content. So get subscribed, smash the like button and let's get into what you've come to see. The auric field, it's quite hard to believe, isn't it? It's quite hard to believe that human beings would have this energy all around you. It's not so crazy when you think of planet Earth. Planet Earth has what is called an ozone layer. Human beings have an auric field. The auric field is a low frequency energy which radiates from the beating heart. As long as you have a beating heart, yes, as long as you're alive, you will have an auric field. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a drawing to demonstrate, because I know there's a lot of visual people out there. You do have to forgive us. I am not the best of drawer. And I think I might have to draw this off camera just to kind of show you. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the human form. Well, it's a stick man, stick lady, whatever you want to call it. And around the human form, I am going to show you a visual representation of what the aura would look like. I'm even going to give it the little person a little cheeky smile. Okay. So we have the human being, and we also have a circle going around the entirety of the individual. Now let's just have a little look. I'm going to draw a circle to represent the heartbeat, and we are going to have lines coming off the heartbeat filling the auric field. We have the beating heart. As long as that heart is beating, this energy field is going to be there. And there's a reason why I say that. Spirit hate me saying this, okay? The auric field is essentially a prison to the soul. Not a prison in terms of, you're going to prison. It's more of a prison in terms of, whilst the auric field is there, the soul can't leave the body. And that's its primary purpose. The soul's like bouncing off the energy, it can't go anywhere. Once the heartbeat stops and that energy field is no more, then your soul will return back to energy. You as a person, the person who is watching this, will be dead. You'll be in the ground, you'll be cremated. There's many different ways that people get buried, etc. But the main purpose of this is the soul, the energy part of you, will return back to energy because that low frequency energy has now gone. Now, contained within this little bubble of energy, here, we have different things. Now, let me just put this on. So we are going to have various different things contained within this. Now, it could be anger. Okay, I'm not going to write them all on, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and keep this as professional as we can. Happy. Now, you're going to have to bear with this because my writing is not the best. I write, like, honestly, you're probably best off learning hieroglyphics and reading this, but it's a reference point for me to be able to highlight it to each and every one of you. Sadness. Now, these are just a few of the different things. Now, again, you might not be able to read this properly, and yes, I have made a bit of a boo-boo on the board. But what you're going to see is here we've got happiness. Contained within the auric field, we are going to have happiness. Happiness will be depicted as blue, depending on you as an individual. Remember, each and every one of you are unique, so this is going to work a little bit different for each and every one of you. However, the majority of the time it's going to be very similar, but not exact. Anger. You are going to have anger contained within the auric field. Remember, the auric field is a true expression of you as a human being. So if you are going through, for example, I can look at people And if I see a black aura around them, I don't even engage in conversation. I know what that person's all about. I can't, to be honest, normally I can't even look them in the eyes. That's because of my extrasensory perception saying, look, you're going to lose energy here. Don't engage. Sadness. So you're going to have sadness. You're going to have happiness. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have depression. You're going to have sorrow, remorse. You're going to... Listen, and I'm not just saying this. There's going to be a lot of you out there who this might be a completely different concept to yourself. But each and every one of you have these abilities to be able to pick up on energy. We all know, well, I say we all. The majority of you may already know that you are empaths, that you can pick up on energy. This notion here explains why you can pick up on energy. This is the reason. There's no magic to it. There isn't some sort of magical spell that's been cast on your generation from family to family to family to family, and now you're picking up on energy. It's very simple. You as a human being have humanistic functions. One of those functions is having an auric field. This auric field is essentially a data bank. It's your psyche. It's a data bank for all of your different things. For example, if one of you were in front of me, you don't even have to be in front of us, but you come for a reading and I was operating on a psychic level, I could tell you what was going wrong in your world. I could tell you because I'm reading your energy. I know exactly what's going on. And this is one thing that each and every one of you might want to start learning. If this is, I hope at this part of the video, thanks for watching at this part, I hope you've understood the analogy that I've given there. I know my drones aren't great, and it's something I'm going to have to work on. Spirit are laughing. They're saying they're not great, and I'm fully aware of that, but I don't preach to be an artist, okay? The point that I'm trying to make is this visual aid will help you to understand a little bit more about your primary role of your heart. Yes, the heart's there as to keep you alive, but it also has other functions outside of your being. It causes the auric field, and this is why a lot of you, when you are picking up on energy from an individual, I'm gonna show you a visual representation of this actually, because Spirit are asking us to show it, and they're laughing, so they obviously know that this is going to be a funny little picture. Let's just have a little look at how it works, using your psyche as a psychic. Okay, so we are going to draw the individuals again. Again, sorry for me drawing, everyone. I'm really not the best. I don't know what I've done with this one, but this one's super tall. Right. I don't know how good this is going to look on camera. I'm going to have to redraw it. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to redraw it. Spirit or Selens, you cannot show them that. The problem is for some reason, the pen that I'm using is smudging on the board. So it's going to be quite difficult for you to be able to make out what I'm trying to show. But I need to explain it to you. Right. But I also need to draw it quite big, otherwise you won't see it. Right, so we've got subject 1, subject 2. Again, I've made them tall. And there we go. That's a bit better. I have got different colours, but the problem is I can't remember where I've put them. Now, I don't know. Oh, it looks horrendous. You just can't see that. Anyway, forget that. Forget that. That's just absolutely destroyed it. Right. Okay. Can't show you that, but never mind. If you are working with somebody's psyche, let me use some items. Now, for this example, we're going to use an Xbox pad, and we're going to use this. Now, if you picture both of these items in my hand as being human beings, each item produces its own auric field. It's got its own energy. So think of circles all around encompassing these items now. As these items come closer together, the circumference of the energy is going to then impede on the other person's. This is how empaths will pick and detect up on energy. This is the point that I'm trying to make here. Obviously, my drone was absolutely atrocious. So, yeah, don't slate us in the comments. We will get some proper pens so I can do it properly. But that's the point that I'm trying to make. Each and every one of you will pick up on energy. So this, what I'm giving you an example of now, it shouldn't come as a shock to you. What will probably come to a shock is how simple the process works. Because a lot of you already know how you use your extrasensory perceptions, or you may have had experience where you've used psychic abilities. This is just concreting to you, a person, why this happens. There's no magic to it. There's no mysticism to it. It's very basic, very plain, very bland. That's the way that it needs to be. If it's very universal for each and every person to understand, then there's going to be a lot of you who give this a go. And that's why I know there's a lot of people who don't agree with the way that I teach. However, I like to make it universal for the everyday person. And that is my message with Help Heal Serve. We said at the beginning of the video, we're going to tell you how you can see your own aura or somebody else's aura. You may have actually seen auras before. If you've ever seen different colours around people, then this is an aura. It's very simple. It's, if, for example, if you're looking at me now, okay, this is a red light. But if you picture, I'm trying to cast it in a way where it's going to, if you look at the contour of my face now, you will see the red light. Now, this here is a visual representation and a visual aid of how you will see an aura. The aura may be red, the aura may be blue, the aura may be green, yellow, pink, grey. There's many different colours that the aura might be. But, sorry everyone, I've just dropped my light. I need to put my light back. Stay in place. Stay in place. Stay in place. There we go. It worked. Spirit are probably going to knock it over now. But this is what it's going to look like. It's colour. You're going to just see colour. However, normally you will see colour to about here coming down. So you can't miss it. A lot of you will see an aura when you aren't looking for an aura. When we try to see an aura, we force the process. We make it almost impossible because our human minds want it to work and we as a human being demand that this process works for us. But it doesn't work like that. Each and every one of you who are long-time viewers of this channel know that this doesn't happen that way. You cannot force a process. If you ever ask me a question and I say to you, you can't force a process, this is what I'm referring to. You as a human being, cannot make this happen. You can put the effort in and you can put the intent in. And when the time is right, there is a divine time for everything, then it will work for you. Seeing auras are absolutely awesome. Again, I mean, we have like this running joke at work where people will come up and say, oh, what colour's my aura today? And they'll be like, oh, it's blue, or it's whatever colour it is. And then they'll go away and they'll research the colour and they'll be like, that's exactly me. That's exactly the way that I'm feeling today. How on earth did you know that? That's because I'm a psychic. You know what I mean? There's no magic to it. It's like each and every one of you can do it. We've proven it from this video. Each and every one of you have these abilities. But now we are going to explain how you can do this for yourself. If you're going to be doing it for yourself, I would recommend you to do this on your own at the beginning. It is easier to do it on other people, but you look a lot more strange. Let's be completely honest. When you're asking people to stand still and you're staring at them, and you look weird. I'm not going to lie to you. You look weird. So do it to yourself in a mirror. Just look at the mirror, and what you want to do is you don't want to focus. Naturally, your eyes are going to focus on the face. It's going to focus on the most prominent features of you. But just like tarot, just like divination, you want to take in the entire image. You want to take in everything. So what you want to do is you're simply going to take a deep breath in before you look in the mirror. Just don't say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror with a red light. Like I tried to do it to my sister to scare her. And what you're going to do is you're going to simply look in the mirror. And you're going to take a deep breath. Deep breath is us placing our intent. Yeah. So the deep breath, we're going to say in our mind, we are placing our intent. Placing our intent, we want to see our aura. Our intent is now locked in. Okay. We are going to exhale each and every last drop of oxygen. And as we exhale, we are going to start to feel our world slow down. Things are getting slower and slower and slower. And then you are going to simply look at the entire image. You are going to marvel and bask in the beauty of yourself. Whether you like yourself or not, you as an individual are a beautiful soul. You know, whether you want to accept it or not, each and every person, well, I would say each and every person is. Each and every person who watches my videos are. A little bit of a caveat there. There's not everyone's beautiful souls out there. And what we are going to simply do is we are going to just look. We are going to welcome anything that comes to your mind. We're going to welcome any colours that you start to see. When you start to see a colour, speak it. So if I was looking in the mirror now and I've took my breath, and I'm looking now, I will just simply go, I see the colour red. Then what will happen is the spirit world will change the colour for you. So when you see different colour, I see orange. The spirit world will then change the colour for you. And this is how you are going to develop in a mediumistic way. If you are just wanting to use your intuition and you are scared of the spirit world being part of your world, I mean, I would like to think that you found this channel and you're not scared. But if you are hesitant to work with the spirit world, that's not a problem. You can do this with your own intuition. Your mind's eye will actually change the colours for you. This is an acknowledgement of yourself, seeing these different colours. Then it will get to the point where you will have people coming up to you and saying, what's my colour, what's my colour? And it's awesome. It's really fun. If you're doing this with somebody else, one thing I would say, a lot of people say to squint your eyes and to go, but be natural. Don't change anything about yourself to try and do this. Otherwise, it's going to become very unnatural when you are pulling weird faces trying to read people's energy. It doesn't work like that. If you were a psychic and you were operating on a psychic level, then you should just look yourself. Just be yourself. Just get used to it being yourself. Otherwise, again, you're putting blocks in the way. You're trying to be something you're not. You're trying to look different ways when you don't look that way. Focus on the primary objective here, which is seeing the aura. So just naturally go with it and it will happen for you. If you are doing this on somebody else, congratulations, because it's a big step to actually ask somebody to read that aura. What you're going to ask them to do is, what I would recommend is to get them to stand against a white wall. A white wall is going to help you to determine the colours spectrum. It's going to be a little bit simpler. What you're going to do is you're going to get them to stand about a metre away from the wall. And you are going to be stood about 2 metres away from them. If you have the space, if not, it doesn't really matter. You can make it work. It's going to work anyway. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of a beginner's crash course in it, because this would help you. What you want to do is it's exactly like what you've done before. Take your breaths. Get in the mindset. Just ask the individual. They're probably going to be looking at you like you're weird. Just say to them just to relax. Put them at ease. By putting them at ease, it's going to put you at ease. By putting yourself at ease, it's going to help the process to flow like water down a river. Then you are simply going to just look round the entirety of the contour of the human form. Take in that entire image, implant that image in your mind, and you're going to start to see the colours coming around them. For myself, I only have 2 auric colours. I have brilliant white, and if you're asking, is that because I work with angels? No, it's just literally because of where I am spiritually. Mine is bright white, or it is black when I'm poorly. They're like, literally, it's only ever 2 colours. It's black or it's white. And I think that concludes this video. I hope you did like this video. If you do have any questions about it, let us know down in the comment section. And also let us know if you have done this before or if you're planning on doing it. It is a good little tool to have in your toolbox, especially if you've got friends and, you know, maybe it's having a down day. You might not fully be aware or understand how to use your psychic abilities. But by just looking at them, you can see there's a colour that shouldn't be there. You know, maybe that colour is black. Straight away, you know there's a problem. You can ask them, you can probe them. The colours will always change depending on the person. You know, like some people, it won't change much. Some people, it'll change every day. Every day. There's some people who I see on a daily basis, and it's different every day. Different colours of shades, different. It's beautiful. It's magical to see it. But you can only think of what they must be going through as a soul. You know, all of these different changes all of the time. It can get quite difficult for some people. And I think I'm going to bring it to an end there. So if you did enjoy this video, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time,